everybody, it's your girl Savon, 2 7s, SEVON on all social media platforms, and you're tuned into I'll Grab the Wine. I'll Grab the Wine is a show for the girls and the gals who sometimes need a little wine to say what's on their mind. Here's what it looks like when you celebrate and empower the experience of Black womanhood. Duplicate it but never replicate it. This is I'll Grab the Wine. But before we get to sipping, click that subscribe button. Make sure you thumbs up the content. That lets me know that you like what I got going on over here, okay? And hello from all my streaming platforms. Be sure to download this episode today. All right, so today it's book club day. I'm so excited. I know that I haven't really been keeping up with posting the book club on the blog, but make sure y'all go click that link in my bio right now. Follow along with book club. The book list has been released, so you can go and check out and see what books we're reading next. But today we'll be talking about, for the month of January, the 4 agreements. Okay, so this is how book club is gonna go. Pretty much I have some questions that I ask myself when I'm reading, and I'll basically tell you the question, then I obviously tell you my thoughts on the question, and then just share a little bit about the book, what I read, how I feel about it. You'll kind of get the flow of the show, and we'll do that for the next 11 months, okay? Hi, Bookie. Real quick, I hope you're enjoying the show. I just wanted to tell you about this awesome organization called For the Girls Social. For the Girls is a social club in the DFW committed to Black women who commit to everyone but themselves. They aim to provide leisure for women who have to pencil in every detail of their life. I am so proud to be part of this community that supports Black women. Our goal is to experience, empower, and entertain, but in Black. To learn more about this organization, please visit www.forthegirlssocial.com. Now back to the show. I think that this month, especially as we head into, as we are in the new year, we're in the new year currently. Don't take it personally. Don't take anything personally. It just hits me different because 2023, I just experienced so much personal growth. Because I just went through so much. And, God is so good that I don't look like what I've been through. But I have definitely been through some stuff in 2023. And that's nothing that I want to, none of that and none of who I was is who I want to take into 2024. So as I approach, this next month in 2024, I'm very excited. Because I know better now. I've read this book a few times. Please don't get me wrong. I've read the 4 agreements a few times and I get something different every time. But don't take anything personally. It's something that I've been struggling with and I still struggle with. Just like I told y'all, I just told y'all that I am a not retired, but retiring people pleaser. And so accepting that as my truth, I can't take anything personal because everybody is on their own journey. Everybody is learning what they need to learn and unlearn, and it's just completely impossible to know what part of their journey that they're in. I only know what part of the journey that I'm in, and a lot of my journey right now is acceptance. But some people may not be in the acceptance phase. Like a lot of people may be in the forgiveness phase. A lot of people may be in the uncovering phase. I don't know where they're at, So, and I was about to get real deep just then, but we'll keep it surfactant. Okay. But, don't take anything personally. I absolutely love that. And I'm growing and I'm learning every single day that shit ain't about me. It's not about me. Question number 3 is a story or a statement that stuck out to you most and why? All of page 99, okay? Every word. Let's read it. All right, so let me give you a brief synopsis of. Did I hit it? Did I hit it? Did I hit it? Okay. All right. So this is page 99. Let me see what chapter I'm in. Okay. This is page 99, chapter 6, Breaking Old Agreements. Awareness is always the first step, because if you are not aware, there is nothing you can change. If you are not aware that your mind is full of wounds and emotion, I'm a little tired. I fucking went in there and got the damn book, tweaked my back a little bit. Now I'm winded. See if I can get myself together. Okay. So this is chapter 6. Oh, shoot. It's chapter 6 for sure. Okay. This is chapter 6, The Toltec Path to Freedom, Breaking Old Agreements. Page 99. Awareness is always the first step, because if you are not aware, there is nothing you can change. If you are not aware that your mind is full of wounds and emotional poison, you cannot begin to clean and heal the wounds, and you will continue to suffer. There is no reason to suffer. With awareness, you can rebel and say, this is enough. You can look forward. You can look for a way to heal and transform your personal dream. The dream of the planet is just a dream. It's not even real. If you go into the dream and start challenging your beliefs, you'll find that most of the beliefs that guided you into the wounded mind are not even true. You will find that all you suffered, all of those years of drama, for nothing. Why? Because the belief system that was put inside your mind is based on lies. That is why it is important for you to master your own dream. That is why the Toltecs became dream masters. If your life is the manifestation of your dream, it is an art. And you can change your life at any time if you aren't enjoying the dream. Yeah. I just think that your mind is so beautiful and it's so powerful. And I know that life is about learning and unlearning. But every time I read that page, I feel something like totally different. Like the first time I read that page, I thought like, okay, like I really need to focus on unlearning. And then, you know, like even in my notes, it says this page talks about awareness and is really a lesson on personal inventory. And this season, I've been taking responsibility for so much of my life. And this was just so timely because it brought so many thoughts home for me. And that's so different now, because when I wrote this, that's what I felt. But now, after experiencing like so much different and just so many different things in a month, yes, it's about awareness. But for me, it's about forgiveness. Like now I'm looking at it and saying like, it's okay that I thought those things. They're not true anymore. They're not true anymore. And I don't have to accept that. So let it go. Let it go. What they say, if it don't apply, let it fly. Like, and now I'm doing inventory in my life and just really figuring out like what applies, what doesn't apply. Like, what am I letting fly? What am I letting go of? And what am I holding on to? And why am I holding on to it? And is it serving me? And if it's not serving me, I have to start like this whole like release process, right? But I really enjoy that page because honestly, I feel like I get something different out of it every time. But the overlining theme for me is personal inventory, and I feel like I'm constantly doing personal inventory. I think that a person who longs for growth and change should always be doing personal inventory. And as a person, as a leader, are you doing personal inventory? You call yourself a leader. You don't have any checks and balances within yourself? Yuck. Disgusting. Question number 4. Rate the book out of 5 stars. And would you recommend it? 10 of 10 would recommend what? Love this book. I feel like anybody that's on a journey to self-awareness, anybody that is on a journey to better themselves, anybody really, anybody that's just trying to read, just trying to start off reading, because I know that reading is difficult sometimes, and for some people. So if you're just trying to read and get into reading, I feel like this is a really good book. It's a short book. It's a nice little read. You get to learn you something. 10 of 10. Love it. Would recommend. And I know I said 5 but 10. Hey, Bookie Butts. Question 5. What other book did this remind you of? The partner book to this, The Alchemist. And I will stand by that. I will stand 10 toes by that. Read this book, then read The Alchemist. Every time. Is that what we're doing? No. But should you? Yes. Read The Alchemist by Paulo Coelho. I know I'm saying it wrong. I know it. But read this book together. Love them, okay? Love them. If you're like me, I'm always reading like multiple books at one time. And so when I first picked up The Alchemist, I was also reading this book. And listen, that was the best thing I ever did. And y'all should do it too. Question number 6. Would you read another book by this author? Why or why not? I absolutely, positively love Don Miguel Ruiz. I actually shamelessly have his entire collection. I know when people like think about Black Friday shopping, you guys think about like what you could get, you know, your friends, your children, all of that stuff like that. Like, I ain't gonna lie, for Black Friday, I be focused on like what books are on sale, because if they're on my like list of books that I've been wanting to buy, I'm getting that book. Because like some of these books be like $3. Like they're like normally like $12, $13, and they be like $3. So Black Friday is when like I go and get all the books that I've been wanting and that are in my cart. So yeah, I would definitely read more books, and I have read more books by Don Miguel, and we'll definitely go through them. I'll probably do like a best of, but you know, one thing at a time. Question 7. What feelings did this book evoke for you? Zen. Let me define Zen for you all real quick, since I'm on my computer. I'm a little pressed for time too. I have somewhere to be, but I'll look it up for you anyways. Google. Got a headache. So Zen means peaceful and calm. Zen. But to be honest with you guys, I feel like I just had this overwhelming sense of peace, because when let me read you guys, because some of you may not have read the 4 agreements, and this may be like you might have heard about it and now you kind of want to read the book. Let me tell you. So let me read the agreements. The first agreement is be impeccable with your word. The second agreement is don't take anything personally. The third agreement is don't make assumptions. And the fourth agreement is always do your best. So when I think about all the agreements, and then I come to a new agreement in my mind about myself and about my journey and about the things that I've been through and about the things that I might go through, it just makes me go inside myself and say, I'm doing the best I can with what I have and what I know. Like, and if that doesn't bring you peace, like for me, it just does. like, to know in my heart of heart, y'all, that I am doing the best I can with the knowledge that I have and the resources that I have. I was so stuck on what I didn't have for a long time. I was so stuck in who I wasn't for a long time. Even this podcast, sometimes I get like really down on myself about like where it should be and why it's not and blah, blah, blah. But like, I'm doing the best I can with what I have. And this book is really a reminder of like, I'm doing my best. I'm being impeccable with my word. I'm showing up, you know, like I'm doing the best I can with what I have. And that's just so peaceful to me. It just brings me so much peace. I don't know. Why did you choose to read this book? So I think a better question is like, why do I read this book annually? Because I read it every year and I get something totally different out of this book every single year because I'm evolving. I'm an evolved being. I'm an evolving being. And be it that we are always changing. I'm always making new agreements with myself. And I need reminders. I need constant reminders that it's okay to change. It's okay to be different. It's okay to not agree with what you did yesterday. It's okay to make new agreements tomorrow. Like, yeah, I read this book to ground myself just when I feel like extreme, like polaric emotions, and it just gives me a break and a breath of fresh air to know that I'm just doing my best and everybody's doing their best and they're learning and unlearning. And this thing, I don't know, like if you just stop for a minute and you just think, you look at the person across the room right now, like I don't know who's in the room with you. I don't even know if you're in the room or whatever. Like there is somebody that you can look at. If you look at me, like I'm looking at you right now, like we are going through two separate experiences that I have no idea about what you're going through. Like when I'm walking with like, okay, this is a tangent real quick. Sorry. Like when I'm walking down the street, do y'all just start thinking about like, what the hell was that person doing before they got into this moment right here where now we're sharing space and time? Like, and then like for a brief second, I start thinking about like, okay, we just shared space and time. And then after this, they're going to go share space and time with somebody else. Like, I wonder what's going to happen next. And if you think about life and people on a cosmic level like that, then you just start to think about like everybody on their own journey. Like, and your brief moments in time with people, they don't revolve around you. They revolve around them. And like, that's what brings me peace. That's what brings me like, I don't know, like just this feeling, this overwhelming feeling of just like, everything's going to be okay because I'm in my own little world dealing with my own little problems the best way that I know how. And this next person is doing the same thing. And it may not manifest the same way, but I control what I can control. And that's all I can do. That's it. That's all. I really hope y'all read the book because if y'all haven't read the book, it just kind of sounds like I'm talking all spacey. And I know that I can talk spacey, but that ain't what that is. Like, it's really, I swear. But, let's see. Question number 9. Did any parts of the story remind you of anything that happened in your life? I feel like I could just open up any random page and agree and find an agreement somewhere. I know I have something written down, but I promise you I probably don't even agree with that when I wrote it. Let's see. Let's just open a random page and read and see what I agree with. Okay, let's see. Let's go to my favorite chapter. Don't take anything personally. Here we go. Here we go. Nothing other people do is because of you. It is because of themselves. All people live in their own dream, in their own mind, and they are in a completely different world from one we live in. When we take something personally, we make assumptions that they know what is in our world, and we try to impose our world on their world. Even when situations seem so personal, even if others insult you directly, it has nothing to do with you. What they say, what they do, and the opinions they have are according to the agreements that they have made in their own mind. Their point of view comes from all the programming that they received during their domestication. God is so amazing, because didn't I just fucking say that? That is crazy. And y'all saw I just randomly opened the page. I literally just said that. Okay? And that's what I mean. Like, I guess I'll answer the question though. Did any parts of the story remind you of anything that happened in your life? Well, boom, I guess that answers the question. That randomly that synced. And then after reading that passage, it's just like, okay, so I chose not to drink wine today just because I really wanted to focus on the book. But I'll be honest with you guys. I spoke to an old friend recently, and we had drifted apart, if I'm being completely honest. I wouldn't say that we weren't friends, but there was definitely distance between us. And they called me the other day, and they were like, explaining what was happening and why they were so distant and why they had pulled themselves away. And I'm not saying this is like a few days things. Like, this has been like years, if I'm being completely honest. But it was so crazy, because as I was listening to her, all I could think about was this book, and how, like, she was living in her own world. She was living in her own dreams. She was living with her own agreements. And I just remember going through the situation at first and being so angry and just being like, it's so crazy how, she did me like this. And all I wanted to do was support her. All I wanted to do was be there for her. But then I had to, like, as I was evolving, because at this time I'm going through therapy once a week, and working on my own journey. And as I am finding myself, I'm realizing like how much I am the center of my world. Nobody else is. And as I was listening to her tell her story, I was like, she had her own dream. She was living in her own world, and that's okay. And this is her story, and I'm glad that she's sharing it with me. But that's her agreement with her, and she's breaking and making new agreements right now. And I'm so glad. Like, God is good. God is so good that He is delivering her from everything that was happening to her and everything that was confining her, and learning and unlearning. And God is so good in that way. And I'm just thankful. I'm thankful that she shared her story with me. And again, just like the people that are working on the street, I'm so glad that we got to share that space and time together. Did that do something to me mentally? Yes. But, and I don't know if I'm ready to, keep going from there. But I am so happy that she made new agreements, And I'm glad that I got to make some new agreements in the time that we weren't dealing with each other. Because I like who I am now. And so that just reminded me of something that happened. You break them, you make them, and nothing is about you. Nothing is about you. And that whole time that we weren't being friends, I thought it was like me. Whole time it's her. Whole time she's in her own world, breaking and making new agreements. Moral of the story. So, yeah, definitely a lot of things I could have pulled out of that. Did you learn anything new from this book? And if so, what? Like I said, I learn something new every time, but I'll just read the notes that are here. And it says, I learned that we are really evolved beings. If we were not meant to change, we'd all be babies, but we're not. We change all the time. We grow our entire lives. It gets difficult, but we are learning what to unlearn, because all we know is what someone taught us. And they probably did the best they could, passing on what they learned from someone else. Everyone's truth looks different, but we have to extend people grace to be themselves, as we'd hope they'd do the same for us. At the end of the day, all we can do is our best to be the best version of ourselves that we enjoy, no matter what it looks like to others. I agree with that still. Glad I read that, because I still agree with that. Yeah. So, yeah, those are my 10 questions for book club. And now I have a few questions for you all. I know that, we can't talk right now, but I hope that you answer a few of these in the comments. And so here's question number 1. One of my favorite quotes in this book came from chapter 3, The Second Agreement. It says, "You make something big out of something so little because you have the need to be right and everybody else is wrong. Do you aspire to be right, or do you want peace, and why?" Hope y'all answer that one in the comments. And if you check out the blog, you'll see that I left a few more questions there, but that's the one that I want y'all to answer today on this book club, okay? I hope that you all enjoyed my breakdown of this book, The Four Agreements by Don Miguel Ruiz. This is actually one of my favorites, and if you haven't read it, I hope that this book club inspires you to go pick it up, okay? And now we are to the wind down. Check it out. Welcome back to the wind down, where we have been tasting the Stella Rosa Moscato d'Asti all month long. I will say, you guys, this is an excellent wine. I absolutely loved the pairing that I pulled for this wine. And honestly, the only thing that I would change about this is I wish I had frozen it. I wish I had it just a little bit more chilled, because it is delicious. Like, I absolutely love this little dessert wine. I feel like it can go with a few other different desserts, but it was great overall. So make sure you get your hands on it. It's only $10 at Walmart. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you enjoyed this wind down, and we'll see you again next week with the wind down. All right, and now we're to let that shit go. And let that shit go is the part of the show where we let go of something that no longer serves us. Of course, if you're here and you're watching, put that let that shit go in the comments, because I want to know what you're letting go of tonight. But today, I am letting go of, I think I told y'all that I was reading this book. It's called Control Girl. And Control Girl is basically about women in the Bible who try to control, they have issues with control. And honestly, I am recovering from control issues, if I'm being honest with myself, because I can only control what I can control, and that's what I'm starting to realize. But that spilled over into my relationships. And 2023, I separated from somebody that I had been in a situationship with for 3 years, and that was really difficult for me. And I'm so much better now. God is so good, and God is a healer, okay? But in that journey of healing and all of that, I was just like what went wrong? What did I do? And some of it was control. Some of it was a good part of it was control. So as we move into 2024, I am allowing people to show me who they are and adjusting accordingly. Because the more I be trying to say I love him, or I like him, I like this man, I know this man. Bookie, but you don't fucking know this damn man. You don't know this damn man. And he's dogging you. And if you let him dog you, walk him like a dog, sis. Walk him like a dog. That's what he's doing you. Don't let him do that to you. Right? Find some boundaries. So, from Don Miguel, since we're talking about him, let's read. Often when you go into a relationship with someone you like, you have to justify why you like that person. You only see what you want to see, and you deny there are things that you don't like about that person. You lie to yourself just to make yourself right. Then you make assumptions, and one of the assumptions is, my love will change this person. But this is not true. Your love will not change anybody. If others change, it's because they want to change, not because you can change them. I won't be changing anybody, and I hope that you all don't either. I hope that you all watch the red flags, look out for the red flags, and move the hell away. So let that shit go. All right? And you know, if we let that shit go, then we definitely have to drink to that. And I'll drink to that is the part of the show where we raise our glasses to being the most audacious women on the planet. As you reflect on what you're raising your glass to, I'll share something that I'd like to celebrate with you. I am ecstatic. I'm drinking water today, but I'm ecstatic to be here with you guys. I'm so thankful that God has allowed me to not give up on this vision, not give up on this passion, not give up on what I feel is my purpose, what I'm supposed to be bringing to life. I'll grab the wine. I pick it up, I put it down, pick it up, put it down. But this is my baby, and I love y'all, and I'm thankful for y'all. And I see when y'all are watching. When I'm not even creating content, y'all are still watching. You are some amazing people, and I want to celebrate. I'll grab the wine, the amazing people that keep me going, the amazing people that never forget an episode, that never don't watch an episode, that thumbs up, that like, that subscribe, that do all of the things. I love y'all down. Thank you so much, and I'll drink to that, okay? I am wishing you more celebratory moments, peace, and prosperity. Again, my name is Savon, 2 number 7s, SEVON on all social media platforms. Cheers to womanhood, motherhood, and every hood in between. Until next time, I'll grab the wine.